Hello, everybody. Welcome to Friday. This is Mr. Freeman with your Friday Words of Wisdom. This week, what I want to focus on is constructive criticism. Constructive criticism is when you receive feedback from someone on something you have accomplished or something that you have done or something you have not done. And a lot of times it starts with, I like what you've done, but. And when somebody says, but, all of a sudden you go, uh-oh, what did I do wrong? But today what I'd like to talk about are the benefits of constructive criticism and how you can use constructive criticism to get better or improve what you're doing. So we all like to think that everything that we do is awesome, that everything that we do has absolutely no fault whatsoever, like we can do no wrong. Well, we can always improve. There are always things that we can do, slight little changes that we can make to how we approach things, how we complete projects, the way that we think about projects. And when we start to listen to constructive criticism from others, you just might find that your level of work is going to improve. Your grades will improve. Your overall viewpoint will improve. So let's get into some examples. I'm going to show you what constructive criticism is and what it isn't. So let me shrink my head here. Now, what you'll see up here at the top, below is an example of constructive criticism for an employee that does not seem as motivated on projects as before. Maybe this has happened to you before. So let's say your boss comes to you, or a teacher comes to you, or your coach comes to you and says, hey, listen, there are some things that we need to change, some things that I've been noticing, and I'd like you to help me help you fix those things. So here's a comment that your future employer or teacher or coach or parent or guardian or great Aunt Sally, whoever it might be, might say to you. You were always proactive in the projects you take on. But I've noticed, see, there's that but. But I've noticed that you have taken more of a back seat in the last few projects. So a trusted adult or partner or friend comes to you and says, hey, something's going on and I'm not quite sure what is, but I'd like to help you address it. This is constructive criticism. You'll notice that this phrase isn't, it's not in your face. It's not saying, hey, you messed up, okay? It's saying, I'm going to give you what you used to do. I'm going to tell you you were always proactive, but all of a sudden something has changed. So when you're giving someone constructive criticism or accepting criticism that's constructive, you want to focus on what a person is doing well, and then you want to focus on what are some ways, suggestions for how they might improve. It's not tearing them down. It's not saying you're dumb, you're stupid. It is saying, I'm concerned because I care about you and I'd like you to keep doing well. This is an example of constructive criticism. You're giving someone advice of how to grow, how to build on what they've already done. Now at the bottom here, constructive criticism is not. It's not this. I like your hat. Hey, yeah, you start off with a compliment, but your face is ugly. Well, can you change that person's face? No. Is that constructive criticism? No. This is an example of destructive criticism. This is meant to tear someone down. This is by no means helpful. I like your hat, but your face is ugly. What? That doesn't work. Constructive criticism is not this. Okay, you don't kind of put a jab at them and go, hey, you're cool, and then do something mean or say something mean and then go, hey, I was just kidding. This is kind of like before you say something to a person, you say, no offense, but no, that doesn't work. That's kind of like saying, hey, I'm going to get ready to offend you, so prepare yourself. That's what that says. No offense, but I'm going to offend you now. That is not constructive criticism. So, long story short, today Whenever you hear feedback from someone on your performance or a project or how you're doing, remember, if that is a trusted person and they care about you, they will give you constructive criticism, not destructive criticism. And remember, when that feedback is given to you, that person has taken time to really sit down with you and say, I care about you enough to spend time with you and enough to give you this suggestion. Let me help you. This is Mr. Freeman with your Friday Words of Wisdom. Have a wonderful weekend. Take care. And I'll see you next week. And remember, be careful out there, but not too careful. See you, everyone.